Welcome to this week's edition of HavenFootball.net's Play of the Game. This week's Play of the Game is brought to you by the Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper, true local coverage of Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding neighborhoods, published since 1893. Although a bit humid and warm than you would expect from a mid-October game, it was another clear, dry night with little wind for the annual Media Bowl game. On the Panthers' first play from scrimmage, number 40, Bob Fuskas gets the call and goes right up the middle, virtually untouched for 32 yards. Fuskas does it again 4 plays later for 23 yards and the touchdown. Panthers score first, 7-zip. The Lions go 3 and out on Haven's third play from scrimmage. Fuskas was up the middle for a third time and fights for 33 yards down to the Lion 23. 2 plays later, the all-Fuskas show continues with his 16-yard run for another 6 points. Haven leads 14-0. Penncrest had their moments as number 44 Mike Burke takes this one up the gut for a 13-yard gain, but the drive stalls at the Panther 20. Number 4 Sam Milligan decides to go to the air and finds number 24 Chase Barlow wide open for 18 yards. Fuskas continues to dominate in the ground as he goes up the gut again, cuts outside, and follows his blockers for 37 more yards. 3 plays later, in a rare Strath Haven pass into the end zone, Mulligan finds number 15 Aiden Sutherland open for another 6 points. Haven is pulling away 21-0. The Lions turn the ball over on a fumble, and Milligan decides on a keeper at 4th and 1, but keeps his feet moving and turns his short gain into 13 yards. Barlow sees a huge hole in the line and takes off for 7 yards and the touchdown. Panthers 28-0, which brings us to tonight's Play of the Game.
Cello, back to pass, looking, has a man deep down the middle, has Nangle in coverage, who picks it off at the 40-yard line. Chase Nangle coming the other way now, midfield, 45-40, needs a block, gets a big block, it's going to be called back. Nangle's going to be banged down at the 25.
8 plays later, Fuskas performs his hat trick as the O-line creates a huge hole to complete the drive with this 11-yard touchdown. Haven 35-0. The Lions are marching in the second half as number 2 Brennan Kaut finds the hole and takes off for 13 yards to the Panther 40. 7 plays later, number 15 Nick Cello finds number 5 Matt Ferry over the middle as he drags tacklers into the end zone for 6. The Lions miss the 2-point conversion and trail 35-6. At the beginning of the fourth quarter, backup quarterback number 16 Nate Harrington rolls out the pass, but sees a clean seam and takes off running 29 yards almost untouched into the end zone for 6. The Panthers take the win, 42-6. Bob Fuskas had a heck of a night with 10 rushes for 161 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also had 8 tackles, 4 unassisted. Aiden Sutherland led in receptions with 2 for 18 yards and 1 touchdown. He also had 5 tackles, 3 unassisted. And Jason Williams led the defense with a great night with 9 tackles, 1 unassisted. Next week, the Lower Merion Aces visit George L. King Field for the last regular season home game. Tune in again next week for another Play of the Game.